Shout out to him. This is the pitch whisperer day, guys. Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
money.
Let's get to the
money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the ass, screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty K, the 4 units getting played. Always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scared money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies. And that's why y'all showing up to get to the money. Shout out to you all. Smash the like on your way in here. Welcome to the Balking Dead, guys, where there is no sleep for the wicked. No sleep because we just keep fucking winning, guys. So smash that like. If you're in Twitter world, hit that link. That video will end shortly. So come join the chat and see what all the buzz is about. Now, you may need some earmuffs. This is a parental advisory type show. I don't watch my mouth. I watch my tickets cash, guys. So shout out to you all who's already made it back over here. We back on Pub Sports. And what does that mean? We're going to go live banging today. We know we're going to get at least 70 to 100. So as you know, we got 2 dirty Ks if you've been following me on Twitter. And we're going to get to the money today, guys. 2 half-unit K props bet. So I've got 4 fucking bets in the 6 pitchers I'm going to talk about, guys. Oh, it's going to be a good day. There ain't no traps out there that I need to worry about. It's just me doing what I got to do, guys. And that's fuck these bookies in the eye hole. So shout out to you all, guys. You guys are fucking rocking the chat. Let's go. I see you, every fucking one of you. I get it. Let's get it. So let's talk about the first dirty K of the day, guys. And we rode this guy back when he pitched versus this team back then on 7/29, July 29th. And we're going to get right back into the monies again, guys. Shout out to Bailey fucking Falter of the Philadelphia Phillies. And shout out for fucking Zach Wheeler for being hurt so we get us some Bailey fucking Faulkner. First dirty K of the day is Bailey Faulkner, guys. 5+ at a -154. He is averaging 5.2 strikeouts since July 1st. Only 5 games in that span. Now, if we go back through everything this guy's done, we're getting his average right now, guys, at a big juice price. I get it. So if you want to take it up one at the plus money, I hear you too. But 5 was a fucking gift from the gods. I don't care what juice I'm paying, guys. I just had to take the 5 at the end of the day. -160 is the highest I will go. -160 means I'm winning at a 60% or better. And technically, guys, I am better than that. So check the record. It is what it is. And I bet my juice accordingly. You should track yours as well. You shouldn't be betting juiced out props if you're not winning at over a 60% clip, because that juice will take your fucking chon-chon. So let's fucking get into Bailey Faulkner. Prize Picks had him at a 5 as well, and his fantasy scores of 31.5. He's only averaging 8.2 strikeouts per 9 at home and 8 on the road. He is at home here. Then what do we get? We get versus lefties and right. He strikes out 9 left-handed K per 9 compared to just 8.4 K per 9, and they are projecting 5 right-handed, 4 left-handed. So let me tell you, I normally do not ever bet on guys not in my black book, and this guy's not in the book. How can I put a guy in the book who's only had 7 fucking games in the big leagues, guys? At the end of the day, I'm not going to bet him, but I've also known that there's been money to be made off of Falter, and he's made us the money the times we've needed to. Now let's get to it. We're not just here to talk about what he did last time versus them. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs with 8 strikeouts. And his K-prop was at a 4.5 then, where it's at now. And once again, we're betting averages, guys. And this is what's fucking great about Bailey fucking Falter. If you watch this show, you know there is a list of teams that we just don't run up against K-prop wise. And at the end of the day, this guy's seen 5 of those teams in the 7 fucking games he's played in this year, guys. At the end of the day, we're getting a gift from the gods, in my opinion, because of who he's played. He's gone up versus St. Louis, the Mets, and the Washington before the trade deadline. Washington before the trade deadline was a team who did not strike out to lefties. That's where K-props would go to die. Same with Cleveland. Same with St. Louis. Same with these Mets, who he's had 5 of his 7 fucking games against these fucking teams, and we get an average of 5.2. Yes, sir, Bobski. I am here to bet his average at this juice. I don't fucking care. But like I said, if you want to take it up 1 at the plus mark, so be it. He should cash that too. I have this guy for 7+ today. This is why he's dirty, guys. At the end of the day, I have to be able to project more than 1.5. And there's not every time he gets to run up versus these numbers. When I run these numbers from 729 versus the numbers today, yes, they are hitting the ball a little better. They are at a 241 average, 686 OPS with a 155 ISO. A whip-de-doo. I'm not here to guess if he doesn't give up a couple runs or not. What I'm here to tell you is he's going to get them strikeouts. Why? They were walking at an 8.2% clip back then and striking out at a 26.1% clip. Now what? 4% walk rate right now over your last 200 plate appearances with a 26.5% K rate. Like, all the numbers tell me Bailey Falter should go out and do at least what he did last time and replicate it. Now, what is or why is who is Bailey Falter? Bailey Falter ain't that dude, guys. At the end of the day, he throws about 91, 92. He does have 3 pitches. And he is a back end to middle of the rotation starter, not a type of guy we like to bet on this show. We like to bet on aces. But he has one thing that nobody else has in the league. He has the longest stride from home plate. I mean, from the rubber to home plate. He averages 7.5 feet per stride, guys. The average distance per stride is 6 feet. 6 foot 3 inches, guys. And he's going 7.5, almost 1.2 feet, 1 foot plus some longer, guys. At the end of the day, every foot you take off the fucking that you get closer to the batter, you add 3 miles per hour to your pitch to the eye. Yes, the fucking radar is going to say 31, 32. It's playing 95 to 97, guys. At the end of the day, he's releasing the ball at a little league mound. They are not used to it. And it takes 2 to 3 times through the lineup to get a hold of him if you're going to get a hold of him. It's not that he has super overpowering shit. This guy's release point is disgustingly close to the batter, guys, and we will take advantage of it like we did last time. I'm not going to say it's going to be as easy as last time. That motherfucker had 5 strikeouts through 2 innings last time. Now, I'm not going to say that. I don't expect it to be that easy, but I definitely think 5 strikeouts is a walk in the park versus these numbers versus where he's already seen. And we're getting this average strictly on who this guy's already faced this year, guys. Thank you, gods, for giving this guy some really tough teams and still averaging them strikeouts versus teams like the Mets and the Cardinals who don't really strike out to lefties, guys. So shout out to Bailey Falter. He will be the first casher for us today. And shout out to the chat. Already over 40 fucking in here. Already almost 30 likes. Y'all are the shit. Don't even have to ask. And let's get into the next one of the day, which happens to be another dirty K. It's like fucking Christmas. Woo! Like Ric Flair, guys. Let's get into it, guys. And I'm pumped right now, guys. At the end of the day, last night he opened up at a 7+ plus 108, and it was 6+ minus 194. Now he's at a 6+ minus 137, and the 7+ was at a plus 104. And I took that 6+ plus 137. Now, Joe Muskrat, a.k.a. Joe Musgrove, is going up versus the Royals. Now, he's averaging 5.5 strikeouts over his last 8, and he's averaging 5.7 strikeouts over his last 6 games. We are getting the man's average, 5.5. Now, what has he done to 5.5 over his last 10? He has 5 wins and 5 losses to that number. Nothing shady going on in this line, guys. So let's get to it. Prize Picks has him at a 6. Fantasy scores at a 39.5. Now, When I get into Joe Musgrove, he averages pretty much the same home road strikeouts per 9. He does strike out right-handed batters at a 9.4 per 9 compared to lefties at an 8.7. They are projected more left-handed bats than right-handed, with 5 left-handed and 4 right-handed. So if you're just strictly going to go off the left-handed, right-handed math, that would tell you not to play Joe Musgrove. At the end of the day, that is a factor to take into. But then I'm going to also tell you this. Lefties are hitting a 193 average off this guy. Well, righties are hitting at a 248. So the more lefties you put in there, the longer I expect Joe Musgrove to be out there, which is going to give me more opportunities to get to where I need to go. So at the end of the day, yes, he's not putting them down as much as the right-handed side, but still they're not hitting him at all from the left-handed side. So it would actually favor the Royals to load up a right-handed side lineup, but that would also favor us a whole lot more too, though. But either which way, guys, Joe Musgrove is fucking dirty, guys, and let's get to it. Number 27 in the black book, guys. His post ERA is a little concerning with a post All-Star ERA with a 4.37 ERA compared to his pre-All-Star at a 2.42 ERA. But there was 2 bad games, guys, at the end of the day, and his strikeouts are still the same, pretty much a strikeout per inning type of guy. And I'm going to get into it, guys. This guy went 15 straight games going 6+ innings, and then he had a little bump in the road. We're not talking about a little bump on the desk or the bump at the work desk or wherever you're at, guys. We're talking a little bump in the road. 15 straight games going 6+ innings. Then he went in a 4-game little lull. 1 of 4 games, he only hit fucking 6+ innings. And his last 3 games, he's been back to Joe Muskrat, a.k.a. Joe Musgrove, and he's been going back to his 6+ innings of work. Now, we're going to need that 6+ innings when I get into it. And it's strictly, guys, this team ain't fucking hitting. 196 average, 569 OPS, and a 101 ISO. No bueno, guys, at the end of the day. They are walking league average 8.7, and they are striking out at a 24.5% clip. Every time I went through this guy's averages, guys, when he's seen a team striking out 24% or higher, he's had 6 strikeouts or more. So everything tells me in my book to play some Joe Musgrove. The line isn't fishy to me. I'm getting an average, and I expect this guy to go out there and at least hit his average or get more. So Dirty K number 2, Joe motherfucking Musgrove, guys. And yeah, shout out to you guys. Already 50 fucking live. I knew this shit was going to crack back being home. Shout out to you all, guys. We got put on a ban for a week, not because of us. So I appreciate you all who do put their earmuffs on and just keep on to the next channel, guys. I know I ain't for everybody, but I am for Pub Sports, guys, and that's where we cash tickets and we fuck bookies in the eye hole. So we're back. We're home. We were never gone. We had to transfer over to Pub Culture TV for a week. So the ones who didn't know where we were at, go on over to Pub Culture TV. Hit that fucking subscribe button. Anytime Pub Sports disappears for a second, that's because some Yahoo out there went and hit the freaking button and told on us about something, and we got put on a ban. So at the end of the day, guys, we're always out there doing something. Sorry we had to dip, but I appreciate you all coming back. Now let's get back into what we do best, and that's talk fucking K props. You guys rock. This is the shit I'm talking about. Almost 40 likes, and I didn't have to ask or like mention the like, oh man, I got 6 likes. That's trash. So I appreciate, guys, that I don't ask for fucking tips. I don't ask for money. I bet my own fucking plays at the end of the day. I do these breakdowns for me, and then I share them to you. This is to see if I want to bet it, and then I just give you the information to do yours. And let's talk about my other guy in the book, Lance McCullers versus these Orioles at Baltimore, guys. Number 57 in the black book. No opening line on him. This morning he was 6+ at a -157, and his 7+ was at a -103. Prize Picks had him at a 6+ -157, and fantasy score not available. I don't understand why they're not giving out his fantasy score yet. I understand his first game back, he threw 80 pitches. His second game back, he threw in the 90s. Like, that is a regular pitch count for somebody. So Lance McCullers is back, guys. We did cash on a half-unit play on Lance McCullers last week on a 6 strikeouts versus the Atlanta Braves. This is his 3rd game back, so there is no last 6, no last 8 averages to look at, guys, at the end of the day. Now, when I go back through 2021 and 2022 to do his road, home, left-handed, right-handed math, this guy averages 2 strikeouts more on the road than he does at home. Now, Lance McCullers at Baltimore. It says he's on the road, and for some reason I feel like he's at home. So somebody in the chat, let me know, is Baltimore in Houston? Is Houston the home team or the away team? I wrote down that he's the away team, but I could have been stoned when I wrote it down, and I feel like they're the home team for some reason. So someone let me know.
Houston's home.
See, I wrote it down wrong, and it just wasn't registering because when I wrote it down in the K prop, I appreciate you, Big Show. Yeah, I knew when I wrote down his math. He averages 9.3 K per 9 at home and 11.4 on the road. And this is why we took advantage of him last week, because he was on the road. And that's a 2 strikeout difference. And we also were going up against the team where the numbers said play it last week in Atlanta, guys. Last week, Atlanta was striking out at 25%, guys. Anything over 24 is bad. 27, you want to pull the knife out. So we did take advantage of him being on the road last week and going up against the team striking out. Is what it is. It's a spot we had to go in there and take advantage of. He does average 10.5 strikeouts per 9 to the right-handed side and 10 to the left-handed side. So not much big of a difference. They are projected 5 left-handed bats and 4 right-handed bats. Now, the issue here with me, guys, is can Lance McCullers hit it? Yes, but it's just not in the numbers for me to go out and play it, guys. At the end of the day, this is his only 3rd game. And I played him last week because it was strictly of a number spot, and he is a guy I will play, guys. He is a guy that I enjoy betting on. He is a fucking pitcher that can easily cash a ticket or easily frustrate you at the end of the day. And even though the strikeout numbers don't say play Lance McCullers, to me this is either over or not with him. There's no way I'd go look at an under when this team is only walking 6.3% over their last 200 plate appearances and a 22.9 strikeout percentage. 243 average, 689 OPS, and a 151 ISO. Pretty much league average, guys. League average ain't going to cut it, and they're bottom 10 walking. If you're not going to take your walks versus Lance McCullers, you're in for a long fucking day, guys. This guy has a curveball. He throws 40% or more of the time, and he will get you to chase it, guys, at the end of the day. And if you're not going to be patient, you're in for a long day with him. That's why no way I could look at an under right here. That 6.3 walk percentage is enough for me to either lean over or just pass, guys. So I'm going to pass on Lance McCullers. Not enough in all the other numbers where it was a layup spot last week, and he barely got that 6 for us in that layup spot. But is what it is. Life's a bitch, then you marry one, and we going to talk about Spencer fucking Strider. And I know a lot of people want to talk about Spencer Strider, and I want to talk about Spencer Strider. So shout out to the 50 live and already the 40+ who hit the like. We got 3 more to talk about, guys, and we look like we're going to be hitting that recap because we almost at that 50 likes. So shout out to you all. You guys fucking rock. But, yeah, you should know that already.
Happy birthday, Lamont. Tomorrow.
Happy fucking birthday, Lamont Williams. Is it Lamont Williams, right?
Yeah.
That's the only Lamont I know in the chat. That's why I didn't
He
even
says, my guy, I need 1 strikeout prop for my birthday. You got one?
I've got 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, but it's probably juiced to the gills by now. But I bet Bailey Falter 5+, and that was -154. And then I bet Musgrove 6+ at -137. And I got a whole unit on each of those. So, I mean, I can't tell you which one I like more because I like them both. I didn't put a whole unit on nothing yesterday. I haven't been pressing. So I expect to win fucking both. Now, the -154 juice sucks fucking dick. I get it. So take him 6 for the half unit if need be. Take him at that plus money, guys, because I have him for 7+ today. So we're just getting a good spot with Bailey Falter, in my opinion. Probably that would have to be my favorite one. Then if I had to say one, dude, take Bailey Falter. Take him off the juice and bet a half unit or bet a full unit on the 5+. I think 5+ is a gift. I'm not worried about the juice. I get the number. I understand why it's juiced, and that's fine. There's nothing shady in that to me, guys. This guy should go out there and put his dick in these Pittsburgh Pirates' eye holes today, guys. That's strikeout-wise. I don't know what he's going to – I think he gives up maybe 2-3 runs. But, see, I'm not here to bet ERAs. I'm not here to bet totals or sides right here. I'm here to predict what this dude's going to do by putting these guys to sleep, guys. So, let's go Bailey fucking Falter. And now let's talk about Spencer Strider, guys. Shout out to the chat, though, guys. I appreciate you all. And let's get into the man, Spencer Strider, number 10 in the black book. He opened last night at an 8+ plus 122. His 7+ was at a -164. This morning, he was at a 7+ -145, and his 8+ was at a -127. And I believe I kept seeing more and more under money coming, guys. And I'm not going to say I don't hate it, but I'm not here to bet unders, guys, on certain guys. And this is one guy where fuck, dude, he could murder your under, bro, at the end of the day. But St. Louis is also a team that could murder your over. So there's just a lot going on here, but let's talk about it. He's averaging 7.6 strikeouts over his last 8 games, 6.8. And they first gave you his average, and his average got pummeled, guys, to where this morning they were like, okay, fuck it. We got to give a 7. We need some over money. So don't hate anybody looking at it under over. I hear you each way. If anything, if I was to bet it, I would bet the under here, guys. And let's get into it. Why? Prize Pick 6.5, fantasy scores out of 35.5. They're giving you a fucking 6.5 on Prize Picks, guys, with Spencer Strider. Let's talk about it. He's averaging 14.1 K per 9 at home, 12.9 on the road. Yes, it's a strikeout, 0.3 less. Still 12.9 on the road is fucking magnificent. And he dominates the right-handed side. 16K per 9 compared to 11.4 on the left-handed side. Still fucking good, and they're projecting 5 left-handed bats and 4 right-handed bats in this lineup today. So lineup-wise, yes, there is some lefties in there, but dude, 11.4 is fucking good, and 16 is immaculate. So this guy's been that dude at the end of the day. Now let's get into it. He does have a home 2.54 ERA and a road 3.48. 3.48 is fucking great, guys. At the end of the day, don't put too much into it. And he is going to be in St. Louis, one of the better pitching ballparks to pitch in. Big, big park, guys, at the end of the day. Now, this is going to be the second time he's going to face this team. He faced them earlier this year on July 7th. 6 innings, 2 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks with 12 punchies. Yacht. Sitting these motherfuckers down, guys. Now, this will be the second time facing them. And I hear you, it's almost a month and a half since the last time he's seen them, right? That should be a good thing. Well, at the end of the day, the second time seeing somebody has not been a good thing for Spencer Strider. I can't fucking go in there and feel comfortable betting Spencer Strider over today when he's faced. This will be the third team this year that he's going to face for the second time. And I'm not saying back-to-back. I'm not saying nothing. Some of these guys, it was 2 months fucking later. So let's get to it, guys. The very first time he's seen the Nationals, he had 11 strikeouts. 2 months later, 22, 2 months fucking later, guys, seeing them again, only 4 strikeouts. Huh? Well, what does that tell you? Well, fuck, dude. Yes, it wasn't a back-to-back or a 15. They knew by the last time they seen this guy, we got to get ahead on them, guys. We got to fucking first pitch swing. We got to go out there. We got to go out there. We got to fucking swing, and not get behind. If we get behind in the count, we're fucked. If we get behind in the count, we're fucked. Well, I just talked about 3 teams that don't strike out to lefties. Well, they're also pretty much the same teams that don't punch to lefties are pretty much the same teams that don't punch the righties. Granted, Washington Nationals were that team before Soto and all them left. So pre-All-Star, pre-trade deadline, that Washington Nationals were that team. And he went out and punched them out fucking 11 times. And then the very next time, 2 months later, only had 4. Well, the Mets were also like that, guys. The Mets are also one of those teams who don't really punch out to righties nor to lefties. There's days out there where they'll have bad games, guys. But more often than not, you're losing K-props betting against these teams. Now, Houston Astros is also one of those teams. Now, what are we going to get into here? First time seeing the Mets, he had 8 strikeouts. Now, that's actually low for fucking Strider seeing a team for the first time. But this is one of those teams that don't strike out. So you got 8 strikeouts versus a team that don't punch out. That's fucking great. But what'd you do the next time? Even though it was 4.5 weeks later, so a whole month, guys. And what did he do, guys? Only 5 Ks the second game. Now, what am I getting at, guys, is there's just too many times where he's seen now. There's a fucking story being written with this guy. Now, if he goes out and gets it, cool. He's still now at a losing percent, a 33% if he wins this at seeing a team for the second time, guys. I'm not trying to bet shit where there's not much in the pudding, guys. So, and what I mean in the pudding, this team was walking at a 6.3%, striking out 22.3, hitting 240 with a 715 OPS and a 173 ISO the last time. Well, everything is through the fucking roof. They're now walking 9.4, striking out at an 18% clip, hitting 321 as a team, 909 OPS, and a 200 fucking ISO, guys. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to run into this wall. There's not enough fucking bullets for me to pack right now. And best of luck if you're on the Strider over. I did not bet the under. I'm not a guy who likes to bet under unless it screams at the line off, but at the end of the day, they dropped it below his average because it's the St. Louis Cardinals. They are a team who doesn't punch out a lot. Can they punch out? Yes. But I've noticed some more, though. They're not punching out the four seams as much as they do punch out to that two seam in the cutter. We have ran Burns versus them a few times, but different type of fastball at the end of the day. So his prop ain't shady, guys. At the end of the day, he has 6 wins, 4 losses to 7+. You're getting a 60% clip, and you're betting it, and it's been hit to the under. It did open at the 8, and when he's at an 8, he's a 5 wins, 5 losses to the number 8 over his last 10. So nothing in the number or line says shady. Nothing tells me to go bet the under. Just something in my stomach with him seeing the team for the second time, and let alone the team with this type of numbers. Just don't want to be involved in this game. What game I do want to be involved in, guys, is the next fucking game and the one after that. Shout out to the chat. Already 70 live. Like I said, guys, we back like cook crack. We got suspended for a week. Not we as in me, we as in Pub Sports. So please go on over to Pub Culture TV. Big Show, if you can, shoot that link into this chat, guys. If you somehow don't see Sharpie's bets for some freaking reason or any other show on Pub Sports, it's because they put us on timeout, and we are going to be on our sister station. We don't take days off. We just get put on timeouts because there is some vajayjays in this world who like to freaking tell on people, and somebody went and fucking ran their mouth about something else. Not this show, guys, because you all know earmuffs are needed. It's a parental advisory type show here. We need a big warning because we did have one guy who had an issue, and he don't pop up no more. So I appreciate that. So let's get to the monies. We're already at 50-something likes. We will recap the 2 dirty Ks I bet at the end of the show because we hit that 50 likes. Shout out to you all for smashing that like button, and we will recap it at the end. But let's talk about the 2 half-unit plays, guys, because it's going to be a day to have a day. Gerrit fucking Cole at the Oakland A's. Gerrit Cole at 8+. Oh, that's got to be a trap. Oh, Gerrit Cole's a trap. Man, I really be fucking with people, guys, at the end of the day, bro. People weren't speaking traps or this or that until they heard about Sharpie's bets talking about it, guys. At the end of the day, a trap is just not giving you his average. Like, you guys are fucking acting like fucking this is something smart here or somebody figured it out, guys, and they are giving you Gerrit Cole's average. Bam. What's trappish about that? It's our job to bet averages, betting K-props, or betting props. They're normally going to give you a man's fucking average. They're not going to overreact to certain situations like a Justin Steele situation. Not saying like he's a bad spot, and I know everybody wants to play that guy today, but he's had so many strikeouts his last few games, and yet he had a 5.5 at like -120 last night. They don't overreact, guys. You need to prove this shit over and over and over before they adjust the line on you. Now, do I think he can go out there and hit it today? Yes. I would not bet no fucking under on that guy today, but you definitely won't see me betting Justin Steele. I don't like to bet people out of my book unless you've proven me otherwise, and the only one we're going to do is the guy who's already cashed those dirty Ks, and he happens to be in that same situation. So we'll recap that at the end of the day. And then let's get to Gerrit Cole on the half-unit play. There was no line last night. Opened up this morning, 8+ at a -113. And I didn't bet him right away, guys. None of the math told me to go out there and rush and bet him. At the end of the day, he was something that I had to get to, and I felt really comfortable at the end of the day, and let's get into it. He's averaging 8 strikeouts over his last 8 games, and only 7 strikeouts over his last 6, guys. He's 5 wins and 5 losses to 8 strikeouts over his last 10. So pull it back a little bit. Yes, he averages 8.1 over his last 8 games. So, okay, that could have been a little fishy, but pull it back, guys. He's only hitting that at a 50% clip. It's a fucking coin toss with this guy over his last 10 games if he gets fucking 8 strikeouts. Now, do we run Gerrit Cole every time? No. We sure as fuck wouldn't have ran Gerrit Cole versus Toronto, and we knew not to run him versus Tampa Bay. And then we come into the situation here today. Now, this situation here today, we're going to bring it up and we're going to talk about it. And this is how I ended up on him, guys. Now, 7.5 on Prize Picks, 43.5 fantasy score. And that might be the way to play him on Prize Picks, his fantasy score. I know it's high. It should be high. Now, let's get into him. He averages 11.6 strikeouts per 9 at home and 11 on the road. Yes, he's on the road here. Strikes out lefties at a 12.4 clip per 9. And right-handed batters at just a 10.5. And they are projected 5 right-handed, 4 left-handed bats. That doesn't really bother me, guys, at the end of the day. Now, Pre-All-Star, post-All-Star, this could be an issue, guys, if you really want to dig into him. But I just think he hit a bad stretch versus some teams who hit him and who've seen him 4 or 5 times. And now he gets a fresh start, and the teams where he hasn't seen, he's done really well, guys. He got screwed in the Seattle game since post-All-Star game, the very first one. Got some really fucking bogus-ass calls, some weak fucking hits popped in, and shit happened. Then he dominated them the next time, and then he's seen the fucking Rays team who fucking seen him 15 times this year. Realistically, he was 4 or 5, and he owned them every time up until that time. It's just like you can't keep playing into the same fucking wall over and over and over, and that's where that Justin Steele pops up with me, guys. This is now the 5th time seeing the Brewers on a back-to-back. Like, fuck. If it was a time he doesn't hit his K-prop, I'm not saying he doesn't. If there was, it would be the 5th time on a back-to-back. Like, fuck. That right there is like death to me. Fuck. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Gerrit fucking Cole. So, y'all rock. We already have 50-plus likes. If we somehow get to 70 likes, I'm going to tell you another K-prop I put a half unit on strictly because the line said to. Everything tells me to bet the under. He hasn't hit this number in his last 10 starts, and they're giving you a number to bet the under on. I just gave it to him to the over. Like, fuck it. I'm not that guy. I will blindly bet this spot and have been now for the last few weeks. And it's been cashing it over a 73% clip, guys, that I can't pick the spots. If the line's going to be off, I will go with the book, and I'm cashing over 72% over the last few weeks since I've started fucking just like not trying to fight the books, guys. At the end of the day, I'm not going to fight them. So let's get into it. Gerrit fucking Cole, guys, here in fucking why. Pre-All-Star, like I said, post-All-Star to me, not that I get it. And the numbers looks bad, but I can tell myself and be comfortable with this spot. So let's get into it. He has dominated the American League West, guys, getting 8+ strikeouts in all 4 games versus these teams, the Houston Astros, back-to-back versus Seattle, and Texas earlier this year. He has done well versus this division. And now he gets a team, guys. Woo-wee, baby. Woo-wee. Yes, they're projected more. Yes, oh, my bad. They are projected 5. Oh, that's wrong one right there. 5 right-handed. They are projected more left-handed bats than right-handed. Yes, he strikes out more right-handed than left-handed. So that part doesn't go together, right? Well, he dominates the left-handed side batting average with a Mendoza line under the 200 batting average from the lefty side, where righties are hitting him for a 240. So he's hitting 180 off of lefties. So they're going to put 5 fucking lefties in this lineup versus Gerrit fucking Cole. Oh, please and thank you, guys. Or 4. So at the end of the day, I expect Gerrit Cole to be out there 7 to 8 innings, which is absurd for him. He usually runs his pitch count up, but he's going up against a team not fucking hitting at all. 219 average, 633 OPS, and an ISO of 0.99. He is going up against a team. They are walking at a good clip, 10.5%, and not really striking out. But at the end of the day, I expect the strikeouts to be there with Gerrit Cole strictly by how long I expect Gerrit Cole to be out there today, guys. And he's gone up against 2 teams this year when I go through the black book. And he's gone up against 2 teams with an ISO below 100, guys. That means fucking garbage. You're not fucking hitting for dog shit, guys. Okay? And what does he do? He's averaging 9.5 strikeouts in that spot, hitting 8+ every fucking time. He's hit 8+ every time versus this division. I don't see why not, guys. I expect a killer dominant performance from Gerrit Cole today, guys. So 7+ innings, and his dick will be on the table for a half unit bet, guys. Not going full dirty K because it isn't in the numbers, guys. Like at the end of the day, they are walking and not striking out. And if you just go by those numbers, you know, you wouldn't play it. But I'm strictly going to throw those numbers out and be like, yeah, well, he's going to bounce back after a bad Toronto game. And this is the layup spot to bounce back in, guys. At the end of the day, I expect a giant bounce back spot from him. He could take a day off because it's the A's. Maybe if he didn't get pounded last week, guys. So Gerrit Cole bounce back versus a team who can't fucking hit for the life of them. Half unit, please and thank you. Now, let's get into the other half unit, guys. The last K prop that we're going to talk about before we hit a commercial and get to them hitting props who've been just as fucking hot, guys. We've just been killing these bitches, guys. So let's keep it fucking rolling. Shane Bieber at the Mariners. Opened up last night, 7+ -115. Put a half unit on him at 7+ -124. 6.5 on Prize Picks, 39.5 fantasy score, averaging 6.4 over his last 8, 6.3 over his last 6, and he has 4 wins, 6 losses at a 40% clip to the number 7 over the last 10. We are even on the books favor to where the general fucking people, and I've seen people on Twitter, they go on people's websites and shit, and they play cave props like the most generalist fucking weakest fucking handicapping I've ever seen in my life, which to me tells me to go the opposite way, and I'm learning, like, I'm making bank going the opposite way. But why, oh why would you want to bet a prop that's winning 80% of the time and the book is just hanging it out there like low fruit? You think the books are dumb, guys? You think the books get here by just giving out free money and they're like, oh, he's hit this 8 out of his last 10 games and woo, woo, woo. That to me means run, motherfucker. Run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. Run like as far as you fucking can, guys. Ain't nothing free in life, guys. Let me tell you, I learned that at 18 in Chino State Prison, dog. And thank God I learned that, bro. At the end of the day, nothing is free in life, period. They always want something back, guys. Remember that shit. So you think it's low-hanging fruit, just either run with it or go against it at the end of the day, guys. And last week, we had low-hanging fruit on Bieber, and I said it was a goddamn trap. Now, did I bet that trap last week? No, I was mad. This is where I was sick of how many traps I started calling out, and a couple of my buddies, Tone, Trey, a couple of the homies, they put real deal money on those things because they like, Sharpie, what's the trap today? Sharpie, what's the trap? Like, these things are fucking just hitting at stupid rates. And last week, they put a 5.5 on Bieber, who was averaging 6.5, who had 7 strikeouts in 17 of 18 career games versus this team. Like, you go through any which way fucking number, and everybody and their mom was on Bieber last week. Over 5.5. That fucker got 4. Not saying he didn't have a bad game. He went 6 innings, still did his damn thing, but the strikeouts weren't there, and the books fucking knew it, guys. At the end of the day, nothing in life is fucking free, guys, period. If they're giving you a prop that looks fucking really easy, man, I hope you win it, bro, because ain't shit in life easy, bro. Let's get real. So Shane Bieber, guys, at the end of the day, we're getting this guy's average, and I'll take that. Thank you. Now, I get last year we got fucking pounded by the Mariners. Well, none of those people are on that team now that we're on the team that got to him last year, guys. So don't take too much into past history. Check out that lineup. Check out the lineup they got projected. We're not really worried right there. Now, when we get into his strikeouts per nines, this favors us. We got 9.3 strikeouts per 9 on the road compared to just 8.3 at home. We got a whole K per 9. We're at home. We're on the road here, guys. Not just the road. We are in the best stadium to pitch in, period. It's so fucking huge in Seattle. Like, oh, Lord, pitcher's haven at the end of the day, guys. So projected lineups, these guys, I'm not tripping on. They're not, like I said, it's not the same team at the end of the day. Left-handeds are hitting at a 208, while right-handers are hitting him for a 255, and they are projected 5 left-handed bats, guys. Now, that to me tells me wonderful things. He strikes out lefties at a 10.2 K per 9 compared to just righties at a measly 8.1. And you would think, being a right-handed pitcher, you would dominate the right-handed side more. Nah, not with Bieber, guys. He destroys lefties. 208 average with a 10.2 K per 9 compared to a 254 average and a 8.1 K per 9. So I've got a half unit on him right now. The numbers don't strictly say to play it. 23 K percentage, 9.9 walk percentage, 701 OPS, and a 231 average. So I get it if you just want to read those type of numbers and be like, oh, and a lot of people will pass. Like, it has to be straight up layup spots, and I get it, and that's why it's a half unit. All my other numbers besides the strikeout and walk percentage, those type of numbers, tells me to play it. Shout out to my motherfucking dude.
With that
Usually something comes out of that voice.
I can buy myself 10 Slim Jims. Oh, yeah. With that donation,
Let me tell you one
buy
thing.
myself 10 Slim Jims.
There used to be a guy named the
yeah.
Guapo Man, and he used to come down, and he would come down from the fucking sky, and he'd be like, Sharpie's fucking bets, cream of the fucking crop. Nah, but snap into a BBW, baby. Let's go. I appreciate the dono. Smash the like if you fucking have it.
Thanks for the dono.
Let's get to the monies, like I would always say. So, yes, the numbers don't say straight up play it, but a lot of my other numbers do. Strictly, so I'm half unit betting Justin Bieber strictly because of that. The dirty K would have been if all the other numbers added up. and that's fine. And I get it, guys. If you just want to bet the Dirty K, I'm going to tell you that's probably what you should do. That is hitting at a crazy fucking percentage. I'm also here to tell you what I bet at the end of the day. These are my bets. So when I tell you half unit, those are my bets. When I tell you Dirty K, that's a full unit. We got 2 Dirty Ks. We're going to hit a commercial. We're going to hit these hitting props. And because y'all smashed that 50 likes, we're going to recap them Dirty Ks. If we get to 70, I'll tell you guys the line that don't make sense that somehow he's going to hit. It just happened.
Like, I am a god. Everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was. A god. I just told you. That's who I
Oh, yeah, snap into a BBW. But if you haven't already, guys, go on over to Manscaped, guys. Use that promo code PUBSPORTS. Get yourself some free shipping. And I appreciate you fucking Zoe. You already fucking know, my guy.
Go ahead and handle this one, too. I don't got the other one.
Snap into a BBW. And thank you for this donation. Oh, yeah.
All right. That one was off the top, guys.
I love
may have
it. I love
smoked
it.
a little too much Sherm when I was a kid, but who cares? So shout out to you all. Appreciate the little dono train that's starting. You guys fucking rock. And let's get into some hitting props, but I got to do the Manscaped promo. So don't hedge your balls, hedge your bets. No. God damn it, you fucked me up. But yeah, y'all know the drill. Go on over to fucking Manscaped. Use that promo code PUBSPORTS. Get you guys some free shipping on that lawnmower 4.0. Guys, hedge your balls, not your bets. Bet your lady starts to take care of you a little more. So do yourself a favor and see how many more favors start to happen in the bedroom. So shout out to you all. You guys fucking rock. Smash the like if you haven't. Looks like most of you have. 70 plus live, almost 70 likes if we get to that 70 likes. After we recap the 2 Dirty Ks and give you these 2 hitting props, we will talk about the shady K prop of the day. So, hitting props, guys, let's talk about them. Robbie Grossman versus Jose Quintana. 28 plate appearances with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts, batting .308 with 8 hits. Only 5 singles with 3 doubles. That's fine. Let me tell you, they did not trade for Grossman to hit right-handed bats. This guy destroys lefties, and the guy on the Tigers that they traded for named Robbie Grossman was the Tigers' #1 RBI producer versus lefties, guys, and herein fucking why. It's not just the good numbers versus Quintana. This dude just eats off of lefty pitching, period, and sucks dick under a bridge for milk money, and he's lactose intolerant versus righties. So at the end of the day versus righties, he bats towards the end of the lineup, and I expect this guy to be in the middle of the lineup. So I'm going to take him hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ at +104. Now, versus lefties, he's batting a .348 compared to a measly-ass 162. His slugging goes from a .235 all the way up to a .483, and his OPS goes from a measly-ass .488 to a absurd .951 versus lefties. This guy destroys lefties. He has great numbers versus Robbie Grossman. Well, who else has some great numbers is Marcell Ozuna, guys. 18 plate appearances versus Quintana, batting .438 with 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 7 hits. 6 of them are singles, guys. So at the end of the day, I'm not betting Marcell Ozuna. I brought up his numbers strictly to tell you him plus Grossman plus Austin Riley destroys lefties for breakfast. And I expect multiple ways for this guy to score. I expect him to get on base by a hit and either drive in runs or get driven in by the people behind him. And that is why I brought up Ozuna's fucking numbers for you. Because Ozuna owns him and will be hitting behind Grossman or either in front of Grossman. So I'm going to either have him to bring in or have him to fucking not. So at the end of the day, I want the guy who they traded for to destroy lefties, and that is Robbie Grossman, guys. And I'm getting plus 104 on his hits, runs, RBIs. And there's going to be multiple opportunities to be brought in or to be fucking bringing people in my opinion, right here. So let's go out with some Robbie Grossman, the old Tigre, not El Tigre, the old Tigre. Robbie fucking Grossman. Go on out there and get you some fucking Mortal Kombat and Quintana that bitch today. So we got one more to talk about, and it's probably everybody and their mom fucking should have already betted him if you just look at these type of numbers. And I was fucking surprised I was even going to get plus money. I was going to go bet the shit up to like a minus 130, 40. That's what I thought it would have been, especially when they put his home run at a plus fucking 250. Go suck my dick. Not here for that type of shit, but let's talk about it, guys. Nelson Cruz versus Mike Minor in 17 plate appearances, guys. He only has 12 at-bats. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, he's walked 3 times and been hit by pitches too. So in 12 at-bats, this man has 7 fucking hits. 5 of them are for extra bases. Holy motherfucker of God. He has 3 doubles and 2 yoppers, guys, and his over 1.5 bases was plus 106. Yes, please and thank you, guys. I did split it up with this hits, runs, RBIs 2+ at minus 122. So I split my bet on Nelson Cruz over 1.5 plus 106. Then I did it with the hits, runs, RBIs 2+ at minus 122. There are a few guys who had decent numbers versus him. And I know, guys, if you go back and look at this game and at this team, you're like, oh, Mike Minor's going to get destroyed. It was a different team that beat the dog shit out of them Washington Nationals, guys. I mean, that the Nationals beat the dog shit out of Mike Minor back when it happened. I believe it was June 3rd because me and Noli were looking at that game, and that happens to be a birthday that I'll remember that date on. That's why I know it was that date. So, yeah, weird shit. And, yeah, not the same team. Mike Minor isn't that guy to be scared of, guys, but these numbers that these Nationals have are fucking garbage. They really are just not hitting the ball. They're not seeing the ball by all the numbers that I go by. But at the end of the day, Nelson Cruz has some really good fucking numbers off of you, and I'm not going to ignore that at the end of the day. I expect Mike Minor to be out there 5-6 innings no matter what. And he's actually, if I was a guy who bet situations instead of betting pitchers, I would bet fucking Mike Minor's K-prop. But I don't bet fucking bombs, and I don't just bet the situation. But the Washington Nationals are not walking, and they're striking out a fuck ton, and they're just not hitting lefties, guys. Now, at the end of the day, I don't bet situations. I think Mike Minor ran into that with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that fool didn't get no Ks. That's what I'm talking about betting situations. I bet my guys in situations. I ain't going to bet no bum to just all of a sudden go out there and do the damn thing, even though they can. But still, one man's trash is another man's treasure, guys, at the end of the day. So, shout out to you all. 62 likes. The 2 dirty Ks. Recap real quick is Bailey Falter, 5+ at minus 154 for the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. If you want to bring them up to the 6+, I get it. Cool. Go back and listen to the breakdown and get you some fucking monies today, guys. And the second 30K is Joe Musgrove, 6+ at minus 137. 30K is fucking hot right now. I'm not rushing shit. So let's just keep going to the bank, guys, and collecting tickets. It was nice to withdraw today, guys, and go pay a nice $265 bill off of these fucking bookies, guys. So let's keep this shit fucking going and keep this train rolling. Until tomorrow, let's fuck these bookies in the eye hole.
Don't forget, boys, I think Bryce Harper's back today.